We have to talk about the Sex and the City reboot and Just Like That, which I think most folks are hate watching. It's one of the worst shows I've ever seen. Well, this show made a huge mistake, so huge it's going viral on social media. There is a character in the show named LTW, Lisa Todd Wexley. She's kind of the replacement for Samantha Jones, for Kim Cattrall. She's a beautiful black woman with great style and fashion and, all this jewelry and all these accessories. Well, in season 1 of the show, she talked about when her father died. She says, when my father died, I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. Well, then her father comes back in season 2. And then in season 3 last week, they just had a funeral for her father. I don't know how the continuity experts didn't catch this. The father dies in season 1. He comes back in season 2. You kill him off again in season 3. Maybe you guys can just kill him off every single season. This is a huge mistake. I don't even know how this happens on a multi-million-dollar production. We have a clip explaining what's going on. Let's take a look at that.
A lot of calls, Charlotte. My father died.
Oh my God. When?
This afternoon. He had a stroke out of nowhere.
I'm just a mess. I could barely keep it together in front of the girls just now. I was the exact same way when I lost my dad last year. I could see my rings literally shaking on my hands while I was trying to be so strong for them. It's hard.
I don't know how you do a show and you kill off a character twice. I don't know how that happens, but I don't think anyone is watching the Sex and the City reboot for the plot. We're just watching to see these ridiculous women in ridiculous situations walking around New York City in ridiculous outfits. But at this point, no one should take this show seriously whatsoever. I don't think they're ever going to be winning any Emmys, any Golden Globes. I think it's an embarrassment that Sarah Jessica Parker even came back for this. Are you that desperate for money, fame, and fortune? I don't know if the money is worth it. I actually think Sarah Jessica Parker could have gone down in history as a great actress, an award-winning actress. I think she has Golden Globes and Emmys. She's been in film, she's been in TV. Why did you come back for this? And how the hell in the writer's room did you kill off a character twice? And if they're going to say she has 2 dads, Okay, if you try to save this by saying she has 2 dads, absolutely not. And for the folks out there saying it doesn't matter, it does matter because there are great films and great shows that have great scripts that never get picked up, they never get greenlit, but crap like this gets greenlit and these ridiculous stories get told. What about telling a story about women across the country who are working hard, putting food on the table? What about an interesting story, right, that speaks to the forgotten men and women of this country instead of these rich, woke celebrities traipsing around New York City and then the writers can't even keep track of their own stories. So good for you and Just Like That. But something that's gone viral the last few days is this new Superman movie starring this handsome guy. His name is David Corenswet, and we're glad that he's handsome, he's suave, he looks great. Everybody's lusting over him on social media, but they've gone woke with this new Superman. They're making such a big deal out of the fact that Superman is an immigrant. He's someone who immigrated to the United States, to America, and I actually have Superman's background. So let me read you Superman's background real quick, okay? Let's find it. So Clark Kent, also known as Superman, has 2 primary locations associated with him, Smallville and Metropolis. He was raised in Smallville, Kansas after being sent to Earth as a baby from Krypton. So technically, he's an illegal alien. Okay, if he came from outer space, Superman is an illegal alien. I'm calling ICE, I'm calling Tom Homan, I'm calling Kristi Noem to come and deport the new Superman. That's what I actually think we should do. But we have a clip of the director's brother, Sean Gunn, who also stars in the film, discussing this film.
It is exactly what the movie is about, I think, that we support our people, We love our immigrants. Yes, Superman is an immigrant. And yes, the people that we support in this country are immigrants. And if you don't like that, then you're not American.
Why does a children's movie have to make such a social and political statement? Can't you just do Superman? Okay, the guy's running around in spandex and a cape and, got a lot of CGI. Why can't you just do a film? Nobody needs this to be a political statement on immigration. We don't need to hear from these rich Hollywood elites who probably live in gated communities with full security details. We don't need them opining and telling us about what we want. We want criminals off the street. And if you look at all of these polls, deportations have bipartisan support. President Trump ran on deportations. We're doing mass deportations. We're getting MS-13 gang members, Trinidad Agua off the street. We don't need to hear about immigration when we're going to see Superman, but I imagine this film will also flop because it also looks terrible. I saw the trailer for the film. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I'm not really into all these action films, but why does everything have to be about immigration or woke or gender or trans? Like, why can't you just do a superhero movie? Why can't you just do that?